Okay, another comment here. Why is the 690 701 even being mentioned?
Oh.
Those bikes have no place in a review of a Dakar style 450. And also, who's going to compare this bike to a 690 or a 701? No one. So how does it compare to a KTM 450 or 500 or the CRF 450L, etc.?
That is like a touchdown question.
Yeah.
It's such a good question.
We thought the same thing.
Yeah, you go ahead and I can.
I literally, and I'm sure I've said it on Instagram or something at some point, is that I expected this bike to be in the same category as a 500 EXC or the 450 RL Honda. And as soon as I got on the bike, I realized it is not that at all. So then as soon as I was riding it, I was thinking like, okay, like what does this thing compare to? And the closest thing that I can think of, I've not thought of a closer comparison yet, is the 690 or the 701. I don't care about the engine capacity. We know that the engine on the 690 is way more powerful than this, but I don't care. What it comes down to is if I have one of these, I'm going to look for people to go riding with that have a 690.
Oh, that's a good way. I think that there's two ways of looking at this, and it all depends on how you think. And if you're thinking that about what this bike is going to do or how it's going to be used, then I think a 690 comparison makes sense because it's a dual sport bike and you're going to go medium distances and you're going to go a little bit of two-track and it's somewhat capable and you're not scared in the woods. But what happened that was super interesting is now, the other side of that, of course, is if you're a mechanical spec nerd, and that's okay, but if you are that person, then you're going to go 450, and you're going to assume that this bike should be compared with that 450 KTM, but the KTM and the Honda 450L, those are way, way, way more dirt bikey than this is. Would you agree with that, Chuck?
Definitely.
Okay.
I was expecting this to be a dirt bike, and I love, like, I'm not great at doing wheelies, but on a 450 or 500 four-stroke, I can do wheelies pretty good. I can't do it on this. It's so different.
It's the big belly.
Alberta Power Sports commented, the differences are the nav tower, mapping, exhaust, moose bib tubes, steering damper, food and water storage in skid plate.
Oh yeah, this is the exact same bike that was in the Dakar.
Yeah,
those are details, and I'm sure that the pro mapping combined with the upswept exhaust, like the pro caliber exhaust, is going to change the power delivery
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, because we were playing with ECUs or mapping,
yeah.
And I barely know what's going on, but I could tell a little bit, but it wasn't like it turned into a different motorcycle.
No.
So this is the Dakar bike. This is it.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
There are some accessory differences.
Yeah. It's just like a trim package on a car, like say an F-150. Oh boy, I shouldn't have said Ford, because then all of a sudden everyone's going to start screaming about Chevy and GM. Anyway, a truck that you buy have trim packages, and all this is the foundation of this is the Dakar bike, and the trim packages are different between the Pro and the standard. This is called the standard regular height or something.
Yeah, there's lowered ones, but like you can buy them lowered.